First thing I want to go over with you is the art of Facebook leads, because as you can imagine, Facebook leads are much different than the other leads you might be used to purchasing from other lead providers like Modernize or Solar Estimate or any of these other guys, right? So the first thing that's really important to remember when it comes to Facebook leads is that these are just normal people scrolling through Facebook, right? These are not people who are actively searching for solar, and they're just on Facebook to either communicate with their friends or to waste time and look at funny pictures or watch funny videos. And they're not actually there shopping for any products or for any services, right? So with that being said, there's a couple pros and cons that come along with it. The con is that it's very difficult for us to get good results when generating leads on Facebook, because it's very hard for us to get their attention well enough for them to stop whatever they're doing to give us their information and to have us call them or reach out to them and give them more information about solar, right? It's not a very easy task. The pro that comes along with it is that these people are not actively searching for solar. They're more of an impulse buyer. So the reason why that's a pro is because when you actually go sit down with the customer at their house, they're not actually waiting for 4 or 5 other estimates to come through behind you, right? They're not waiting on other companies to come give them their pitch, right? They're more likely to actually close with you because this is more of an impulse buy for them, right? Now, again, it's a little bit difficult for us to generate leads on Facebook because they're just simply there engaging with their friends and looking at pictures and videos, and it's pretty tough to get them off of Facebook and then to give us their information and to allow us to call them or send them text messages or anything like that. It's very difficult, but if you know how to do it, you can get insanely good results and have an insanely profitable campaign. This is really all just a numbers game, and that's true with anything when it comes to sales and leads, but it's especially true when it comes to generating leads on Facebook for solar. So it's going to take a certain amount of leads to get a certain amount of appointments, and it's going to take a certain amount of appointments to get a certain amount of sales. And then it's going to take a certain amount of sales to actually get a certain amount of installs. So it's really just a numbers game. But to give you an idea of what sort of numbers we're shooting for and what you can hopefully expect, I want to just go through a few numbers here with you now. So let's just say you have a $2,000 ad spend allocated to these advertising campaigns. Let's say that we are able to generate leads for $20 a piece. That would give us 100 leads. Now let's say that you're able to convert 30% of those leads into actual appointments. That would give us 30 appointments. And let's say you're able to close those appointments at 20%. That leaves us with 6 sales. Now $2,000 worth of ad spend budget divided by 6 sales gives us a cost per acquisition of $333. Now, that's a pretty great CPA. And really what I want to stress with you here is that the CPA is the number one focus for us. Like, that is the number one number for us to pay attention to. All the other numbers are great for us to be aware of, and we really want to be tracking the cost per lead and the set rate and the close rate and everything like that. But the number one number that we are focused on is the CPA, right? Because sometimes with Facebook, what can happen, because like I said, these people are just scrolling through Facebook to communicate with their friends or look at pictures and videos. Sometimes garbage leads will sneak their way into our funnel, and that's okay. That's just part of the process when working with Facebook leads. But the real thing that we're looking at here is the cost per acquisition. How much is it costing you to acquire a customer, right? To seal a deal. So CPA around $300 to $500. That's our goal. That's our mark. If we can get around that range, then we're winning, right? So the money is really in the follow-up, and I can't stress that enough. If we are not following up with these leads properly, we are not going to be getting a 30 to 50% set rate with these leads, right? It's really all in the follow-up. We need to be calling the leads, texting the leads, emailing the leads, sending voicemails to the leads, doing Facebook Messenger chatbots with the leads. We need to integrate every single platform and marketing strategy that we can to maximize our efforts and really capitalize on these leads and make sure that we're getting as many appointments set as possible. So reaching out within the first 5 minutes is actually going to really help increase our chances of converting these leads into appointments, sometimes up to 75%. So reaching out to these leads within the first 5 minutes is very crucial if we're going to get the most out of this investment, which is why we've actually partnered with a software called High Level. High Level is a fully automated, not fully automated, but fully integrated CRM that allows us to send out automated text messages, emails, auto call outs, which is where once the lead is generated, the system, the software actually call you, and as soon as you answer the phone, your phone will start ringing out to the lead, so that if the lead answers, you can actually begin a conversation with them there, and you can actually book the appointment. If they don't answer, you simply hang up, and the next step is for us to automatically send out an RVM. An RVM is a ringless voicemail, so without the lead's phone actually ringing, a voicemail will just be dropped into their voicemail box after you make the call and they don't answer. So I'll go over all these things in more depth in the next video, but high level is really going to help us maximize the amount of appointments that we get out of these leads. This right here is what's really going to help us get in between that 30 to 50% set rate with these leads.